finally going to get started on this. It's a Monte Carlo that he had paid somebody else to get ready. And it seems like all they did was kind of spray paint it, give it back to him and tell him it was ready to paint. And he brought it to me, want me to paint it. And it is not ready to paint. There's what they done is flaking off everywhere. Already got surface rust coming through the primer. Just a lot of issues, really. So we're gonna completely strip all this off best we can, sand it all down, fix a couple dents, actually prime it with some good high build primer, and then block all that down, sand it back down to where it is ready to paint. And then after we do that, in the future I'll probably end up painting it for him, but he might want to wait. Said he might wait a little bit before we paint it. So this is what happens when you pay somebody to get your car ready, and it seems like a deal that's too good to be true, unfortunately. But we'll get it all sanded down and fixed and actually get it ready for paint, and then maybe paint it in the future. So get to strip all this, what I think is spray paint, off, which is going to be fun because it's the whole flipping car. And then tape it all up and prime it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is do a spot on the hood, see how that goes. Try to sand it down, see how it sands using 180. Maybe it'll strip pretty fast and not just gum up the sandpaper, but we'll see how it does and kind of get an idea of how long it's going to take and all that kind of stuff. So. So fortunately, you can see it's actually sanding pretty quick. It's not very thick. It's not, with it not being very thick, it's not going to try to just gum up the sandpaper, take forever to sand, but you've actually got what they sprayed on it. And you've got this black, whatever that is. Then you've got the base, which you can tell is cracked, and that's all got to come off. And then you've got what is in under it, and then metal. So it's actually got quite a few layers on it. But all of this is going to get sanded all the way down to a point to where it's not cracked and been redone. Even if that happens to be bare metal, it's going to have to be bare metal. So you can see quite a few low spots and high spots already that you couldn't see before. That's high, where there's still primer. You can tell it's low. That's a high spot. That's high. That's high. There's a big dent right here. It's going to be pretty rough once it gets completely sanded down. A lot of body work probably, but it'll be doable. It's just going to take a while. And this is about to die, so I'm probably going to just keep sanding. There's only so long everybody wants to watch you sand the panel anyway. There's going to be a lot of that here. So I'm gonna plug this up, let it charge, keep sanding. Once it gets charged, I'll get some more video of this. These are really big panels too, so this is gonna take a minute. This is actually not really a small panel anywhere on this car, really. Probably the fender the smallest panel, and it's not really small by any means. But we'll get some more video of it and get it ready to paint and all that stuff. So for no longer than I've been sanding, I've actually got quite a bit of it sanded down. I've been out here about 2 hours, maybe an hour, somewhere in there. Kind of figured that would be bad. That's yeah, it's not bad. It's not ideal. That revealed a lot of low spots and high spots and damage and dents, and so it's going to need quite a bit of body work. They had tried to do some, and it was just, they had way too much filler in places that didn't need it. It was all wavy, and sanded all of that down for the most part, and we'll have to kind of make that right. But right now we're just getting the paint sanded down to see what we got and go from there. So we'll pick this up maybe in the morning early, go from there.